welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to have you here and I hope you're excited for today's video. My name is MWAKA MUGALA if you are new, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe right now so you can get more videos like this every time I bring something out. Now today I'm doing an updated version of my skincare routine. You guys are always asking, always asking, what products do you use? And so I just decided to do an updated version just to give you more detail of exactly what I do for my skin. Now, nothing much has changed from the first video, but I will be providing just a little bit more detail into this one. So here we go. Let's get right into it.
This is me, whether you like it or not. Quick to talk, but you do not do a lot. If I change, then it will be for the better. No apologies, so don't.
Okay, so again, before I proceed, I will make a disclaimer. This is what works for me and only me. So I'm just going to give you what I do. If you want to do what I do, to experiment, that is up to you. But I'm not going to say, oh no, you have to do this, you have to do that. I will just give a bit of advice, but otherwise everything else really is up to you. Another thing I would like to emphasize is many of you do ask what products I use, but that is only, I think, about 5% of the work that I do for my skin. Skincare is not just about what products you use. If anything, sometimes products can be counterproductive. So counterproductive? Anyway, so sometimes it's just better to have a full-on routine, and this also involves what you do, how you take care of yourself, your personal hygiene, and so on and so forth. So first up, products I use. A bit of a backstory. So about last year, that was 2020, around August, I had like a bad breakout. Like I didn't even understand this breakout, and it was towards the end of shooting. So I thought, oh, maybe it's the products that they're using, maybe it's the brushes, maybe I'm reacting to something, maybe it's the change in weather. I did not understand, and I went into full-on panic because I had a lot of shoots coming up, and so obviously I had to have clear skin. But as I got to understand further, you know, with my experience, I realized that it was a hormonal breakout. So that can happen, especially if you're a woman. You know, sometimes our hormones get off balance, and that tends to cause breakouts and so many other issues. Now, the problem with that was, and I'm sure you will learn from my experience, is because I was panicking, I was trying on so many products. I tried this, I tried that. You know, I went on the internet and tried to do my research on what can work for my skin. I even went to, let's just say, a skincare clinic, yeah. So I went there to do all sorts of facials just to get rid of the acne, but all that was just making it worse. And so when you do have a breakout, I would advise that you don't panic. First of all, I panicked really badly, and that only made the situation worse. And what I realized in so doing was to get rid of all my other products. So I just decided to simplify my skincare routine, and that also kind of helped in a way. And so the updated version now of what I do for my face and my body as well, because a lot of you are asking for just for the body as well and not just the face. Getting right into it, for my cleansing, I use a black soap for my body and my face as well. This is African black soap. I discovered this when I was going through my panic, my frenzy, when I had my breakout. And what I found out is that this it's natural, it's moisturizing, it's antibacterial, and it deals with acne. It soothes minor skin conditions, also helps soothe irritation, inflammation, clears up pimples, and removes bacteria from the skin that causes breakouts. And I love this because it's very natural. It doesn't have too many synthetic products in it, and it lasts long. That's what I love about, like, a little goes a long way. So literally, even when I'm using it, I just get like a tiny bit, and then it lathers, so like it produces so much lather rather. And yeah, so that's what I started using, and it took a while, of course, because my skin still had to get accustomed, but eventually I got there. And then after my cleanser, I use a rose water and tea tree toner. So I just put it in this little spray bottle. And what this does is it also soothes any inflammation, any skin irritation. And if you have excess makeup, for example, on one of those days where you wear a lot of product, it also just makes sure to remove the excess product. So I still do a cleanser and a toner. I switched from the previous one because it stopped working for me. And again, because of the breakout, I also ended up discovering purging. So I did a lot of research. Now, purging is basically when you introduce a new skin product to your body, and your skin is basically just removing old dirt or toxins from your body, and that shows up through a breakout, and it's also just adjusting to a new product. So sometimes you can think, oh, you're reacting to a new product because your skin doesn't like it. No, your skin is just purging and getting accustomed. And the difference between a reaction and a breakout will determine the time, is going to be determined by the time factor. So sometimes you can use a new product and within 6 weeks, that's if you're patient enough. I had to be very patient. You will discover that your skin was just purging. But if it's a breakout and your skin, if the breakout hurts, first of all, or if it just feels very itchy and whatnot, then you know that, okay, this is not a purge. My skin is definitely reacting to that. So that's one thing I learned as well. And then last time I did mention that I don't use serums because I react to a lot of them. I discovered that I was actually purging. So it wasn't a reaction, it was just my skin getting accustomed. And so I do use vitamin C, but I only use it once a week because it's very strong for my skin. And my skin is quite sensitive. So sometimes if I use it every day, then I notice that my skin will get a little light. Yeah, I hate saying that because then people accuse me of all sorts of things, but I had to stop because I noticed that it was lightening my skin and I didn't want that, so I had to just reduce it to once a week. And I only do it when I do my thorough skincare routine, you know, where I do my scrub, my mask, my steaming and all that. I did put out a video on my TikTok, so that's where I also showed just a demonstration of how I do my weekly skincare routine. So I only use that once a week, but daily I use the Hyaluronic Acid. This one is basically just to help keep your skin hydrated. So it's got vitamin E and plant extracts. It's very gentle for the skin as well. Doesn't cause any harsh reactions or anything. So it just basically helps keep your skin hydrated and moisturized, especially in the cold season, because that's the time when you really want to keep your skin moisturized. And then there's this guy. I still stand by this guy here, the Acne and Pimple cream. So that also just helps prevent breakouts. Moisturizer, I use shea butter. This I also use on my entire body, right there. And I love this because, you know, it's got natural oils, so nothing synthetic. So that means I don't have to react to it. And then it really moisturizes, keeps the skin moisturized all day, every day. And yeah, smoothes out any scars, any blemishes you have on your skin. And then finally, and I always emphasize this, still going to emphasize wearing sunscreen. Even if the sun is not out, I know a lot of you will say, okay, the sun is not out today, so I'm not going to use sunscreen. But what happens is the UVA rays, UVB, that are sent out anyway, that your skin is exposed to when it's cold are actually worse than when the sun is out. So just make sure to always protect your skin with sunscreen. I use this one because it's I still use Nivea, by the way, but I found this one which is sensitive, so it's for those with sensitive skin, and so it works effectively for me. This is also a scrub which I also use sometimes every day, sometimes once a week, just depending on how my skin is behaving that day, because skin misbehaves depending on your mood, depending on the weather, your hormones, and so on and so forth. So this one has tea tree in it, and it's very good for like blemishes and pimples and whatnot. And this is for the body. I don't use this on my face because it's a bit more aggressive. So I use this sugar scrub for my body once a week. Always exfoliate, but only once a week. Why? Because if you exfoliate every day, then you're going to just sort of damage your skin. Exfoliating is basically getting rid of dead skin cells. So you only need to do that once a week. And then as the week goes on, you exfoliate again at the end of the week or whichever day you choose, as long as it's once a week. So that really just helps get rid of dead skin cells, and then it revitalizes your complexion and just helps you look good and so on and so forth. So that's just for my products. But everything else now comes down to lifestyle. And personally, I try as much as possible. I love to eat, but I try as much as possible to avoid eating junk food, because I do have a weakness for fries, like potatoes, guys. Sure. I've tried, but I have a very strong attachment to potatoes. So yeah, I try just to avoid eating junk food, if it's fried chicken, processed foods, and so on and so forth, because you literally are what you eat. And what that means is every 30 days, your body gets rid of old cells, and then it uses the food that you eat to create new cells. So now imagine if you don't eat your vegetables, your fruits, you don't take enough water, you're always just drinking carbonated drinks, all these sugary foods, processed foods, too much salt. What's that going to do for your skin? Literally, your body is using what you eat to bring out the cells that you have on your skin. And so that's why sometimes if you notice that you're always eating processed food, junk food, not eating healthy, then you have a lot of breakouts because of that. So your skin is just now working overtime to get rid of all those toxins, which will also bring me now to my third point of detoxing. So I like to detox twice a month. If I can't manage, once a month is enough. What that does again is it gets rid of excess toxins. Obviously, we can't account for everything that we consume. So sometimes, yes, I will have, an energy drink here or there, or some fried chicken here and there. And so just to help my body cope with all those things that I'm consuming, I do a cleanse, a detox. So that will get rid of all the toxins in the body. And it just helps keep your organs healthy, keeps your body looking fresh and clean, and it gives you energy. It helps you sleep better. It also helps boost your metabolism, so that way your body is able to process things quicker. If you're trying to lose weight, it also helps shed a few pounds. So yeah, I've mentioned products, detoxing, eating healthy, fruits, vegetables, water, and so on and so forth. And lastly, fourth, I'm going to talk about exercise. Now, you don't have to spend 3 hours in the gym. It's not necessary. But as long as you just do some physical work, it's good for your mind, good for your body as well. But that also helps with giving you that glow. Why? Because you're going to sweat out some toxins, and it's really just so many other benefits that you have for your body. So exercise as well. And then lastly, finally, is your hygiene. If you're going to use the same pillowcase the whole week, you don't even wash it, you don't change it, obviously your skin is not going to be very happy. So hygiene is very important with your towel, your clothes, your environment, because sometimes your skin speaks to you. It will tell you that there's something in here that I don't like, and so I'm letting you know so that you deal with it. Personally, I use a silk pillowcase. Why? Because sometimes if I have certain hair products, I will wear a silk bonnet, and then the silk pillowcase as well is also just to help my skin, because it's a very natural fabric, and then the chances of you reacting to it are very minimal, and it also just helps keep away any excess hair products that you may have to seep out into your skin. So even, I don't know about guys, but if you've got long hair, as long as you've got hair products that you use, I would recommend wearing a silk bonnet, just to keep the products from going onto your pillow and then you reacting to them. So yeah, I will try and keep this video short. So I hope that you've gotten 1 or 2 points from it. And so that's just personally what I do for myself. I hope you are satisfied and that you will not have to ask every 5 seconds what products I use. I'm not tired of answering that question, but I'm just saying, hopefully this will help give more detail. Yes, I still do the baking soda scrub as well because I still live by that and it works for me still. So yeah, that's just pretty much a summary of my skincare routine, both face and body. And if you have any more questions, I'm very happy to answer them. Otherwise, do let me know what you think by leaving your comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe once again. And you can also follow me on my social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, MWAKA MUGALA. All throughout, you will find me. And let's get interacting. Till next time, take care. Bless.
This is me, whether you like it or not. Quick to talk, but you do not do a lot. If I change, then it will be for the better. No apology, so don't expect a letter. Sit down and listen, eh? If you do not like what I am cooking.